Audio-based content.
Audio-based content.
An improv comedy podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Audio-Based Content, an improv comedy podcast. I am your host, Aarons V. Felder. On this show, friends come over and do long-form improv scenes with me. On this episode, I am joined by Ryan Citrino as we present to you a man at another man's door looking for that man. I hope this is him.
Coming.
Greek. Hello?
Hello, good sir. Are you, by any chance, Samuel Richardson?
Yes, this is him.
Oh my God, I've been searching for you, looking for you for years and years.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're... Who are you?
Oh, my name is Gregory Perkinsmith.
Perkinsmith?
Perkinsmith.
Okay, I don't know why there was such a build-up to that. Greg?
I'm very proud of my name.
Okay, Gregory. I'm sorry.
My family used to Smith Perkins, you see. That's how we got the name.
Is that a thing? I'm sorry. I've never heard of a Perkin before.
Yes, they don't. Nobody makes them anymore. Nobody smiths them. It was back in the days of smithing, you see. There was Perkins. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Sure. All right.
This
What does this have to do with me?
Well, I've been searching for years and years for you, boy.
Okay, I gotta go.
No, don't go.
I just
you
gotta
cannot go, please, sir. Shoot. Can't, please. I need him not to go.
Talk through the door.
Talk through the door? All right, listen, I've been looking for you for years because when you were a little baby, you see, you were in a hospital and you were a little baby and, well, this might be a difficult thing to understand, but a doctor put something inside of you, you see.
Creaky. I'm sorry. Put something inside of me?
Yes, when you were a small baby, newly born. They cut open your back, and they inserted a,
How'd you know about my back?
What do you mean? Well, I know all about, I've been searching before, listen.
No one, that hasn't gone outside of my family.
Your back, yes, it hurts, does it not?
It aches every day.
Of course it does. You have a glass vial that was sewn around your spine. But on the inside, so you don't feel it on the outside. That's why there's no bump, really. Mm-hmm. But on the inside,
my
there's
back,
a glass.
my back is very smooth.
It's a
yes.
glass vial, and it's full of a crystal, a rare crystalline gem. You see, and I've been searching for this gem my whole life. And years ago, I came upon a doctor that I knew had the gem, and I beat him within an inch of his life to tell me its location. And
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to go again. I can't
Well, no,
do this.
sir, no.
Keep going through the door.
All right.
My buzzer system's working great. So
he
just keep speaking through it.
He told me he was the doctor that he opened you up and sewed you in it to hide it. And you're lucky I beat him, because he told me that his plan was to wait until you were 35 and then kill you and take it himself.
But he's still alive. You didn't...
Yes, I beat him nearly to death.
So...
I told him not to do that. I said,
Okay,
oh,
and
that's a terrible plan. Don't do that. Shame on you, sir.
I don't
said.
think everyone's moral compass is based around fighting. It's not just like you get beat up by. If someone wanted to kill me,
Yes, he did. He did.
did you almost said does again? That sounds. Well, what? Are you saying that someone who is asking to kill someone?
Yes, he wanted to. I was beating him, and I was like, "What's your idea? What is it? Where is it? What do you?" And he told me periodically between punches.
Between punches that he
Yes.
wanted to take the crystal for himself.
Yes. I was like, "Where is it?" He said, "It's inside of a boy." And I said, "What's his name?" And he told me your name. And then I said, how is it? And he told me everything. Just punch.
So this whole story,
question,
he told
punch,
you.
question.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna creak.
Okay, yes, thank you.
I am not taking
Thin
off this
door.
lock anymore.
Thin door, yeah.
Hey, I'm just telling you, the buzzer system's working fine. I can hear you like a charm.
And you can trust me. Look, it's a very thin door, and yet every time you close it, do I even touch it?
Well, you keep
I
knocking.
could easily. I knock, but I could open it. I don't.
Well, I still have the lock on.
I could break it down. It's paper thin, this door.
Okay, well, hold on.
I'm not threatening. I'm not saying I would do
You
that.
just told me that you're gonna beat a man to. You have almost beat a man to death.
A man that opened you up when you were a newborn baby and inserted a foreign object inside your body. I would think that you would see me as some sort of heroic victor.
Well, at this point, I didn't even know I had a vial that had crystals inside of my spine sewed into my spine.
Oh, you don't want those crystals to touch your spine.
Sorry, what would happen if they touched?
Oh, my God. Well, it really depends.
Okay, I'm just...
If the
Gregory. Oh, what was that about a legend? I was just about to say there was gonna be some dumb bullshit magic going on.
If the legends are true, and those crystals touch your spine, you will be transported to another plane of reality that your mind could not comprehend.
You're right. None of this is making sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, so you are well aware of how crazy this whole thing sounds.
Well, that's the legends. I mean, we don't know if that's true. There's other theories.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
There's other
who's
theories.
legends?
What?
Who's legends?
The people of Kalskazars.
I'm sorry, is that a department store? What are we talking about here? Is that one of those weird Perkins Smith?
It's not really a department store, but I mean, they do have different areas of the store that sell different items.
So it is a store. I'm sorry, you do realize how insane you sound right now. It is a store. We can agree on that.
Well, I mean, that's what I heard it.
Can you just, different areas, can you just name off a couple of those areas?
Yes, there's shoes,
Uh-huh.
light bulbs.
Light bulbs? Is there like a big and tall section?
No. Shoes, light bulbs, boxes, wheels, and then I believe that you can also get batteries and little and candy bars.
Not what I was expecting of a department store, but those are still technically departments.
I mean, I suppose I wouldn't call it a department store, though. I mean, it's not like if you looked up department, if you said into your telephone device there, take me to a department store, and it took you to that store, would you not be like, what the hell, phone? This isn't a department store.
Well, fine, if we're gonna open up this whole thing, I do kind of have a weird issue with my phone. I feel like technology is just on a whole separate level right now. I feel like there's a lot of specificity, but yet no actual meaning. But sorry, that's besides the point. This is all insane. I don't care what Calkazam or Flippity Flu. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Well, that's just one theory.
Okay, so
There's
what
many
are the
theories
others?
about the crystals.
How many people know about
Some-
the crystals?
About 1,400 or so.
So there are 1,400 people that know about something that is inside of my body.
Yes. Thankfully, only maybe 26 people know it's inside your body, though.
And one of them
But
wants to try to kill me.
We all know it's priceless.
That's oddly sweet, but that's...
No, it's not.
No.
We know that the crystals are priceless.
So that sounds like you also want to kill me.
No, sir. I don't want to kill you. I want to safely remove the crystals from your back.
And what do you want to do with them?
I want to try and build a time machine.
So you're saying inside of my body right now,
Yes.
which could, if they touch my spine, I could just melt away.
Well,
Just-
there's lots of theories on what will happen.
Okay,
if they
okay,
touch
we
your
didn't get through all the
spine.
theories. We didn't get through all the theories. One of them is brought to you by the worst department store I've heard of. Regardless, what you're saying...
It's the legend. I heard it in the break. I used to work there a long time ago.
Okay, so it is a Perkins Smith thing.
What?
Okay, it's just you.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
I'm not a Smith of Perkins. My name is Perkins Smith because my forebearers smithed Perkins, you see.
Yes, sorry. I assumed that your family lineage went through this Calakazam. I'm sorry. That's on me.
No. I had dropped out of college and then I had to work at this
I
store.
don't care. I don't
with
care
the
about your
different
backstory.
areas.
Greg. I'm going to call you Greg now because
I don't like it.
I can't handle the rest of that name
My
right now.
ex-wife used to call me Greg.
Used to?
Yes. My ex-wife used to call me Greg.
Yeah, no, but you could say,
She doesn't talk. I don't talk to her anymore.
but she could talk to you. It's not that,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
sorry, there's just a lot of
Why
death
would
on the
she,
brain
though?
right
Why
now.
would she talk to me?
I have a fairly decent relationship with my ex-wife.
You've been married.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only
you had
34. Yeah,
Oh boy,
things can happen. You know, you have a life.
you're already 34.
Yeah,
You look great for your age.
oddly sweet. Thank you.
I'm worried though that people will try to kill you within the next year of your life.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Especially because after you turn 35, the little stopper on the bottle will have dissolved completely and the crystals will be let loose inside of your back.
Whoa. Hold on. What? You did not tell me about this stopper.
Well, I was getting to it.
Oh, was that in one of the other legends?
Well, I didn't think you were even close to 35. I was like, oh, he's got another 8 years. I'll tell him in 2. If he doesn't, I figured you'd already agreed to let me take it out of your back anyway, so who cares?
Well, and I have not agreed to anything yet. Because all of this
I know,
sounds...
but I'm saying,
yes.
why wouldn't you, though, especially knowing this now?
Well, who's to say? I'm a fairly sedentary person. I work from
Okay.
home. I'm just doing
What do you do?
transcription work. It's just we don't.
Transcription.
Yes, it's
What does that mean?
so like it's technically a freelance work where it's people submit to this website and they submit, like, they just want business meetings taken
Right.
care of, and they just want to they want documents, they want to do note by note. So it's almost like if I were to transcribe a film, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't. What I'm saying is that I don't. Are the crystals just gonna pop right out of me, or?
No, they'll pop out of the vial. Well, they'll probably
Will they-
slide out of the vial.
Sorry, did they put it upside down?
Well-
Did they put the vial upside down?
Well,
like
it's
the
sort
top
of at an angle. I don't know. It kind of depends how you've grown. You know, it would have pushed it this angle this way or that way.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. My back is smooth
It's
as
very
could be.
smooth, right? But in your organs and such.
Well,
I'd imagine if it's on, it's on the other side of your spine. Probably mashed up against your liver or something.
you know, when you were beating that man to death, you could have asked him this. You could have said,
I
"Hey,"
asked him a lot of questions. It's true.
but you didn't
I
ask
beat
one
him
that
half to death.
No, the last time you said that he almost died,
almost.
you brought him to the brink, if I remember
To
correctly.
the brink of death. Yes, perhaps. Well, what's halfway to infinity, honestly?
I don't think you can compare death to infinity. That's not.
I think absolutely.
I think death is a
What
pretty finite
else?
thing.
Death is infinity. Life is finite.
Yeah, so then death would be coming at a
Death
finite
is
time.
the infinite after.
Okay, I'm not going into this philosophy 101 conversation with you right now. You are speaking almost pure nonsense. And the only reason I'm still talking to you is the fact that
Okay,
you
well,
know
listen.
about a very important secret with my scar. I didn't know.
Well, listen, though, we need to get that out of you. Before any of these other people, A, kill you, or B, the crystals fall out of the vial inside your back, and who knows when that'll happen. It's bound to happen once the cork, the little plug dissolves.
Why should I trust you? And
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
you
I
have
knew
told
about
me.
your back.
Yes, and you've told me there are 26 people who know that
Yes,
it's inside of
and
me.
only I told you.
That's because no one else has come up to me yet.
They haven't told you.
Well, one person was gonna kill me if they found
Yes,
me.
and now he's not, and why isn't he?
I still don't know
Because
that.
of me.
I still don't know that fact. If someone wanted time machine crystals from my body, I
Well,
don't
that's
think
me.
one. So are you saying that man that you almost killed,
He didn't
that-
want to build a time machine.
so that doctor just wanted me to disintegrate possibly, is what you're saying?
No, he was going to take them. He's going to kill you. He's going to shoot you in the head. Cut you open, take the crystals.
And then
I don't
what?
know.
Give
he
it
was
as a
gonna do.
gift?
I don't know. He didn't tell me that.
There are a lot. You asked a lot of questions to that
Yes,
man
I
as you
did.
beat him up to a bloody
he
pulp.
lost consciousness at some point.
But there are a lot of very important questions I felt like you should have.
know. He lost consciousness. What was I to do?
Maybe don't beat him up.
Break salts under his nose? Don't beat him up. Well, then he wouldn't tell me the things. I mean, he didn't start telling me before I started punching him.
Well, did you try?
What do you mean?
Just
I came in,
walk
I asked
me
the
through.
question, punched him. He answered
Oh,
the
yeah,
question.
Stop. That's the issue. You didn't even give him a chance to answer.
Right, well, I knew what he had done. Well, no, I didn't. I just knew he had the crystals. Mm-hmm. That I wanted. And then after he told me that, I was like, oh, because before, every time I heard a name, they have the crystals. I went, I did the same thing. Punch, ask a question, punch, ask a question. And then when he told me your story, I said to myself, not this guy. I'm just going to ask the questions, not the punch.
So, what you're telling me
Yes.
is that this man told you my whole story.
That story that he'd opened you up and sewed you in as a baby. That's terrible.
Yeah, so you already knew they were inside of me.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So
I knew
you
he
just-
had them.
Hold on. So you just were looking for people that did back incisions onto children?
No. I knew he had the crystals at some point. And everybody else who I knew had the crystals, I went and I punched them and asked them questions. And then I went to him and punched him and asked him questions. And he led me to you. And to you, I only asked questions.
So what you're telling me is that if there wasn't a very thin door with a little latch lock system now, you would try to hit me.
No.
You're gonna no.
I was saying the door is no barrier to me hitting you, and yet I'm not. I come to you asking, may I cut open your back and remove something from your spine that causes you distress and puts you in danger?
Well, it hasn't caused me any distress yet.
I thought it hurts. Your back hurts.
Oh no, it's just kind of a lifestyle. I have awful posture. It's not really smooth back.
Smooth back, scar,
Bad posture.
even though there's a scar, posture.
Starting from it was a child, I've been using Mederma since I was about 1.5.
Mederma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just scar cream.
Scar cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I got you.
derm as
It's
in
effective.
like yeah, I mean not initially, but after a while it starts to.
Look, you're in danger, though. What are you going to do when those crystals touch your spine?
How do I even know that there are actually crystals in my spine?
Oh,
right
there
now,
are crystals in your spine. Oh, we know. I know there's crystals in your spine. Other people know.
I'm just gonna. I don't want to play devil's advocate right now, but
Okay.
I feel like I have to.
All right.
If and let's flip the script a little bit for
Okay,
you
yes.
as well.
Mhm.
If you were a doctor who made some very poor incision work onto a child,
Yes.
and a man as gravelly as you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't.
Gravelly?
I don't know how to say that.
I studied at Oxford.
I don't know.
I dropped out.
I don't know
Like I
how
said.
old you are.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at you right now, and you have this
That's
voice.
like how I was with you.
Yeah, different thing.
What do you mean?
You complimented me. Just
Yes.
give me a second.
Oh.
You look like you have years to you, but at the same exact time,
I do.
That face, the cheeks are just so. Like you ever seen like a photo from the 1920s that was colorized again?
Of course.
Where it's like very rosy cheeks.
Yes, it's because I had plastic surgery back in the late 80s. That's why I
Which
look
still
this way.
begs the question. I can't figure out how old you are. Because they're not going to do that. Yeah, they're going to put an incision in the back of a child, but they're not going to give plastic surgery to the cheeks of a child. That's
not on its own.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Not on its own, they won't.
So then what?
With the parents' consent, surely.
No, they're only going to give consent if it's a medicinal, like a life or death sort of
Well, that's
situation.
assuming a lot about the parents.
I'm sorry, the Grand Perkins Smith. I would assume that they would be looking out for your best interests.
Well, no, they weren't. My parents were not looking out for my best interests. I was 16 years old, and my parents wanted to put me in the television commercials, so they made me get this surgery, and I still did not get in the commercials. But that's neither here nor there.
So just for the audition, I still don't understand how old you are.
I just told you that I was 16 in the year you just mentioned.
I just said in the 80s. Did you say? Yeah, you said in the 80s. Okay, fine.
Late 80s.
Late 80s. Okay, I was just gonna say that's a 10-year frame, so we can just say, of course, being in the year 2050. That we got some years on us. But I'm just saying.
Yes, I'm old.
But you looks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was a complete wash.
Just let me
What
cut
was I even talking about?
about how you're going to let me cut open your spine.
That was never a part of the conversation.
Look,
Greg,
we need to get these crystals. What? Gregory, please. It's like
Gregory.
PTSD.
Okay, sorry, I'm not in your position. That's wrong
That's
of me to
true.
assume.
It's true.
Gregory, I'm sorry. Gregory.
Yes.
What I was trying to say was that if you were beaten up by a man and who kept asking you where
Yes,
crystals
you were
were,
saying this.
that's what I was trying to say a while ago.
I have a tendency to derail conversations.
You got that charm about you, and I'm trying to keep it on track. And I don't.
Anyways, you were saying if I was
I forget
beaten,
where I was.
If I was beaten by a man,
Yes, if you were beaten by a man who was asking where crystals were,
yes.
and you were on the brink of death,
Oh,
and all that you know is that you've told this man a story about a child that you did back surgery on. Wouldn't you say that that's where the crystals were?
what do you mean?
For me, that would be the very first bluff. If I was looking at this
You would throw someone else under the bus to possibly get killed.
on the brink of death, yes, I would. I'm looking at a very
Someone you did surgery on.
very wrinkly, gravelly man with the rosy cheeks of like a
Wrinkly?
5-year-old. I wasn't gonna say it. Cheeks, great. The
I'm
rest
wearing
of
a
it,
suit.
and I can see the folds in it.
In the suit?
It doesn't. I don't understand it either. It's not like fat lines, but it's like because I understand what
I have
those
a
fat
lot of
lines would
loose
be.
skin.
Yeah, but it's not loose enough where there's actual like material, if that makes sense. It looks like
It's just kind of falling off.
yeah, like a
in
reptile.
granules.
Yeah, granules. I mean, I haven't used that word since I was in like junior year of college, but yeah, sure. Granules, we'll call it that.
Yes, well, that's just my appearance. It doesn't matter. I'm old. And that's why I need these crystals. Okay, I need to go back in time. Live a better life.
Well, it's not.
I need to ace that audition.
So you're going. Hold on. I need. Because I don't want to get into a whole butterfly effect sort of thing. But so are you saying that you're going to go back in time to when you were 16
Yes.
and when that audition process was just starting up,
Yeah, you better believe it.
and you're going to.
Ace it.
You are going to ace it.
I'll bring the. Yes. I will bring it, as they say.
Do you understand how time machines work?
What do you mean?
It's not. From what I've read, I've only done a little bit of sci-fact, but it would be you in current day going back to the late 1980s. So
Right.
are you saying that you're going to help yourself,
What?
16-year-old yourself, ace that audition?
He
Or
did not do good at the audition.
So
I will ace that audition.
okay, because at first I thought you were going
I've
to coach
thought
yourself.
about it for years and years, what I did wrong and how I could do it right.
Well,
And now I want to do it. I've been trying my whole life to travel back in time. First, I researched time travel. Then, I learned about the crystals. Then, I thought the crystals. Then, I thought the crystals could be applied to my theories of time travel. Then, I discovered who had these crystals. Then, I followed each person punching them until I found you. And I didn't punch you.
the door is still slightly cracked. I can't guarantee, but
I'm not going to punch you.
I know of a way. I know of a way I can trust you.
Oh, really?
If you care so much
Fantastic.
about this audition, I'm sure during all of this process you've been preparing and acing it. So, do you have like a script on you?
On me?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for decades.
So you do or you don't?
So I have it memorized.
Oh, okay. So it's a monologue. So I don't need to be
No,
giving you sides.
it's not a monologue, but I only know my character's lines.
All right. Okay. Do you remember what it was for? Like during this run of auditions, like any of the
It was a commercial.
commercial. But do you remember what
It's for
the?
cereal.
Oh, for cereal. Okay.
I auditioned for the role of older brother.
Older brother. Okay. Do you remember who else was in there?
There was a younger sister. Mm-hmm. And at some point, a mother.
Okay. Okay.
Would you... I feel like you're asking me to recite it. for you.
The only way I feel like I can trust you at this
And
point.
the answer is I would love to.
Okay, do you want me? Because I'll just let you do it. If you want me to make up the lines in the middle, will that
No.
mess you up? Okay, you got it on your own.
I know my lines.
Oh, okay.
All right. Just when you want me to begin, say curtain.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this a live production of a commercial? This is why I can't trust how old you are. You keep saying these things that are so youth and hip, like cereal, and then you like cereal is a newer thing, and then you say curtain like you're about to do like a
Cereal's not new.
well, it's newer than saying
I
curtain.
remember when that Mr. Kellogg came out with cereal to
Now
make
hold-
people not masturbate.
Now hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. I don't know which route to go with this. You were there when Mr. Kellogg did it?
No, I just remember.
Oh, you just remember. And I'm sorry. Why did you have to bring up masturbation in this?
That's why Mr. Kellogg invented the cornflakes.
To
curb masturbation desires.
So you're telling me Mr. Kellogg was like, these cornflakes are going to stop these boys from jerking it raw.
Well, that's gratuitous language, but I'll let it pass. I'm making a big ask of you today, I understand. But, no. Well, sort of. It's more like he thought to himself, masturbation is evil and terrible, and I want it to stop.
Yes, continue.
And I believe that sexual desire is caused by all sorts of different sensory stimulation. So he thought that tastes of different foods would cause people to become sexually aroused. And that if he could make a food that is bland, people would not become aroused and therefore not masturbate. And that's why he invented cornflakes.
Holy shit.
But would you like me to do the commercial?
No, hold on. You're saying that flavors and like certain tastes can raise or lower sexual.
I'm saying that's what religious fundamentalists thought in the early part of the 20th century.
No, be real with me. Are you saying it is real or not real? Because a lot is riding on the line of this. Okay, I might have been a wrong man. Okay, Cheryl said a bunch of things that I thought were not true.
Well, it really depends. To be honest, in modern day thinking on a person's psychological associations with different tastes and flavors.
So she could have been right.
Well, it depends.
So you're saying I'm living by myself at this point, missing out on someone that I thought was the love of my life.
What do you mean?
Cheryl had.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm. Okay.
It's okay.
Cheryl. My ex-wife Cheryl. We're still on good terms, but the main sticking point was our sexual drives were at two different levels.
Or flavors, if you will.
Okay, don't do that right now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm working through something right now. I'm
sorry.
working. Gregory,
I was trying to help.
Gregory, just
Okay.
let me talk.
Yes.
Let me think.
Sure.
She was. I'm gonna throw it to you eventually. Let me process. Cheryl was very sexually driven. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
I
I was kind of on board with Mr. Kellogg for the longest time.
What do you mean?
It's just masturbation. I'm not a fan of. I'd rather it just be in the moment and making love. I just feel like masturbation is a more visceral reaction. I'm sorry.
A visceral reaction.
Yeah, it's just like that whole jerking it raw thing. I don't even like saying that. Last week I was doing a.
It sounded like you were overcompensating.
No,
for a lack of sexual. It doesn't matter.
It's not a lack. I just found the term. I was doing a transcription for this business meeting. It was
What
one
sort of business talks like that?
It was
in a meeting.
It was one of those like dumb sports YouTube things where it's just
YouTube.
Yeah, I don't see now. I don't know how old you are again. Regardless, doesn't matter. I'm just saying that if it's true or not, she was one who kept suggesting me foods to try to increase
Like
sexual
a papaya.
drive.
You ever
How'd
had
you
a
know
papaya?
about- no,
Have you ever
how'd
had a
you-
papaya?
Have you talked to Cheryl?
No, I just eat papaya.
That's before the divorce really got into effect. That was the last real argument we had was over papaya.
Oh my god. I swear, one bite of papaya adds a whole inch to your dick.
That's... So you're telling me... I fucked up. God. I fucked up.
That's why there's no papaya in cornflakes.
Hold on, just one second. I'll be right back.
When he comes back and lets me open up his back and get that vial, build that time machine.
Hey,
Jesus
Cheryl?
Christ.
Yeah, Cheryl, it's me. I just
door.
I know I haven't talked to you in a while. Yes, I've been crying. That's besides the point. I'm sorry.
Diary, let's see how
Remember a couple of years
Tuesday?
ago when we were talking about yes
4 p.m.
the night. Yes. So I don't know.
House is brown.
It's gonna be a long story, but this guy he
few
works at like
windows.
a Zanzibar.
think
I
there'd be
don't.
more windows,
Kalik
but,
Kazam. It's like a department store. Yeah, I know. I'm getting sidetracked. He's very easy at sidetracking.
I can hear you. I don't still work there. It was
Hold
many
on
year-
a second.
It was many years ago.
Hold on a second.
All right. Then.
He,
All right,
he,
all right.
he confirmed to
There's,
me about
some
papaya.
bushes out front
Okay.
and a tree, one
I
single
want to.
tree
I want to try again.
in the front.
Is that okay? You mean it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like he's talking to
okay,
someone.
later.
inside.
Are you free tomorrow night? Okay. Well, I guess
Is he on the phone?
I'll see you then.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh, hello. Yes.
Hey,
You opened your door.
thanks. Thanks for that.
For what?
Just that
I haven't
whole-
done my performance yet.
Yeah, I know you haven't, but I don't trust you. But at least I can guarantee that some of the things that you're saying make sense.
Yes. What do you want me to?
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. So it was the younger sister and a mother.
Well, the mother's not in the whole commercial. It'll make sense when you hear my lines.
Okay.
Just say curtain.
I will not say curtain. I will
All right,
say
then-
start.
All right, fine.
This isn't like a working musical like they used to do in the 1960s.
It's a commercial.
Yes, I know, but you're treating it like it's a working one of those product musicals from it's regardless. Okay,
No, it's
start.
like
Start.
20 seconds.
Start.
No, your face. Ah, Mom's home. But what's this?
What is it?
Hold on, I'm not there yet. Cereal? Fantastic. That's it.
Oh, that is the whole thing?
Yes.
Sorry, I know you don't remember any of the lines, but
I never bothered to learn the other characters' lines.
And-
I just learned the amount of time in between each
in
line.
between. So that was a long intro to where you responded no in your face.
Yes.
Were there any like stage directions in your curtain production? Like what was in your face?
Well, I'm in a kitchen looking for food. And
See, I would have loved this imagery off the top.
my little sister, would you like me to do it? Well, no, I don't want to do it again. My little sister, she's sitting there and she says some insult to me. She's like, I want food. Something in your face. I didn't read it. I don't know. I just assumed that's something along those lines.
So you're just maybe this is why you didn't
What do you
do
mean?
well in the audition.
I don't understand.
This is you only cared about yourself. I feel like I mean there are 3 people in this commercial, and just
Yes.
because you said "ooh cereal," I'm sure that the other 2 might have also
I said
said cereal.
fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm sure they said other things. I'm sure that mother provided great nutritional benefits of this cereal,
Nutritional benefits.
or increase or lack of sex drive, or
This is,
something.
Marshmallow chocolate crunch was the cereal. No, if I had gotten that commercial, it could have led to a life of acting.
So what you're saying is that you want to take the crystals out of my back.
Yes.
You want to incorporate it into your time travel
Yes.
to go back in time
Yes.
to the late 1980s
Yes.
to replace yourself, your 16-year-old self, in that audition.
No, I'll still give him a shot.
So you're
Screw
going
it.
at the same time?
No, I'll put myself on the list.
So you're saying that there's going to be two Gregory Perkins Smiths
Yes, well,
and just one in a row, and you're going to try
I don't
to...
know if we'll be in a row. I haven't decided yet if I want to beat him to the punch. Like, should I go before him or after him?
Well, if you were bad, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it was bad then. That's what I'm saying.
So after, I guess.
Oh, because then I'll look even better.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, Gregory Peck, that's the same name as that other one. He stunk. And then they'll see me and go, oh, this is the better of the two Gregory Smiths.
Now,
That means I'm definitely better than something.
the only thing I would be worried about is if they associate... Because how... You said you were really bad?
I was quite bad.
So they might just associate that name with just bad.
I don't see how.
Also, I don't... Technically, all it was the older brother was the name of the role.
Yes.
And personally, if I was a casting director and I saw a 60-year-old man come in for the role of older brother, yes, while it is biologically possible, that mother's going to have to be, like, 80?
I've never once thought about the fact that I have aged.
I'm sorry, what? You've never thought about the fact that you've aged?
No, I've just been in obsessive pursuit.
So all this time, you've been trying to rectify your wrongs,
I've been trying to, yes,
and you've been thinking about time travel,
yes.
and you haven't thought about how time works.
Well, no, I've thought a great deal about how time works.
But
I
not,
haven't thought about aging. The fact that I have aged.
I mean, time is the only part of that, really. It's just the biological effects of time passing.
Right, I was thinking more about the physics of it.
Oh, God. You know what?
Now that you mention it, I don't even know if I could survive time travel.
Well, I mean, that's a whole separate can of worms that I do not care to go into. I told you before, this philosophy 101 bullshit I don't want to go into.
All right, well, I guess...
Do you even... Is it worth it
What is what with it?
to go back?
Go back.
If you're going to right your wrongs, but it's not even...
They're not gonna give a role for a teenager to an old man like me.
I mean, they could, but I don't think it's likely.
It doesn't sound likely at all.
Also, if you go in as Gregory, that's
Oh.
already sounding older, then hey, those
Dear.
rosy cheeks.
Dear audio diary, this is a sad day.
Wait,
I've been
I'm
recording
sorry,
this.
what?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what?
I've been recording this whole conversation for my audio diary. I like to record important moments in my life.
So you just have a recorder in your pocket right now?
Yes.
And you haven't asked whether it's okay to...
Well, that's legal in the state. It doesn't matter. I don't play it for anyone. I listen to my day as I go to sleep at night. But now that I
Gregory?
think about it, I've listened to so many recordings. I must be very old.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to figure out this whole time. Gregory, it's not worth it. I'm not going to
Well, you can't
open myself
but you'll
up.
let yourself die then. Or who knows what.
Who knows?
Honestly. I mean,
You told me one possibility of...
travel to another reality. That's one theory.
Yes.
Just your spine will melt. Another theory. Be taken over by yourself of a parallel reality is another theory.
Yeah, just rattle them off.
Yes.
I mean, you've been researching this enough. You should be able to list them all
It
off.
could be that just one part of your body is replaced for another parallel reality, like all your teeth become fish, or your eyeballs become one of those springy things that go down stairs.
Like a slinky?
Yes.
Okay. That's a wild card, but continue.
Oh my God. There's one theory that suggests that your body will become wooden, and then craftsmen will find you and cut you apart and build you into a table.
Okay, there was the downside to that one. Okay. Is that all of them?
Well, there's some more, yes. One, that your mind will slowly become a computer processor powered by the crystals,
Okay.
and that you will become some sort of cyborg creature
Okay.
that is all powerful and takes over the universe.
Ooh, now you're really talking here.
There's another theory that suggests that you will be split in two, and there'll be two identical versions of yourself, and each with crystals inside their spines. And whenever the crystals touch their spines, they split in two, and they become two more themselves. And you will become multiple and multiple until you are the most populated creature on the planet.
And would probably be able to take over the world. So that's two.
Well, if you can work together.
I'm pretty easy to work with. I don't want to. My main in the Strengths Finder.
It's hard to organize a lot of people.
Yeah, but Strengths Finder, I'm strategic, empathy, woo, winning over others, and then it's what's after that? Individualism, and then.
But so will they. You see.
Yeah. So
what if they woo you?
Yeah, so we're all winning each other over, and we're very strategic about it. And with that individualism, we're all working towards our individual goals as well as our It's besides you keep sidetracking
those
me.
Could conflict.
What I'm trying to say is, you listed so far out of those 6, you listed basically 3 things that were objectively good, one that was a wild card, and then 2 that I was gonna die.
What 3 things are good?
The good was me becoming a cyborg and then would be able to take over the world. The one of me splitting into the infinite amount of beings, me going to a different reality plane. That sounds cool as hell.
You don't know what reality plane it might be.
Yeah, okay, so it's a wild card. Those 2 wild cards.
What if it's one where it rains jellied candies and the rivers are
That sounds
chocolate
delicious.
milk?
How old are you again? Because you're saying things like you're an 80-year-old man. Like if you had chocolate milk, you're gonna keel over.
I would.
You keep saying you're 60, but you keep.
But you never know. It could be a world that's just a toilet.
And that's it.
Yeah, that could be it.
That's not inherently bad. Is
Could
what
be
I'm
a
saying.
world where you sweat sardines.
Painful, but if that's the only thing, that's not a life-threatening issue.
Yeah, but it could be literally anything. It could be a world where your eyes just turn inside out.
Okay, fine. I'll let you win this one. But what I'm still saying is
good.
that a wild card, you got some 50-50s, you got some things that are objectively good, and then there's
I still disagree that those are objectively good. They
for
sound.
me, they are.
Oh,
Being a I don't trust technology, but I feel like if I'm the technology, I can trust myself, okay?
okay, I guess.
Yeah, so that's chalk up 1 for me being an overlord.
So you're gonna. Okay.
Hey, you said it yourself. If the legend's true, I'm going to be above.
No, if the legend is true, you'll travel to another reality.
Oh, so the others aren't legends?
They're theories.
Okay, so theories.
Some of them I consider just crocs.
Like the puppeteering woodsman one?
No,
That's
a theory.
that just sounded like someone read Pinocchio too many times.
The croc ones are like the one where your shoes just don't fit anymore. You just never can find shoes that fit.
Well, that just sounds like growing up.
No, but I mean, no, because you grow up and then you just buy different shoes. What I'm saying is, no shoe will fit.
You put a
But
lot of
that's a
emphasis.
crock.
Yeah, I was gonna say you put way too much emphasis on one that you don't think is
That's
possible.
nonsense.
Are you worried about
There's
shoes?
a lot of nonsense ones.
Yeah, but you sounded like you were gonna be personally affected by that. Do you?
I would
have
hate that. I think they just say that one to spook you. So you'll
They?
give them up.
Give up the crystals or
Yes,
give up
yes, of
shoes
course.
and okay.
The crystals. All of the 26 people that I know of and have talked to, they all say that they all have their own little theories about what will happen if the crystals touch your spine.
And what I'm just gonna say right now is,
Yes.
of the ones you've told me,
One of them thinks
most
you
of
can do card tricks after you.
oh, just in general or once the crystals? Because
Yeah, once the crystals touch your spine, you'll be able to do card tricks.
just like
Like
general.
at parties or whatever.
Okay, so like general sleight of hand, parlor tricks, sort of.
Well, card ones, card tricks.
Well, yeah, okay. I was assuming cards.
I don't think you could saw a lady in half or something.
Well, I mean, do you think they literally?
But that's a crock.
Hold on, hold on. Do you think they literally saw a lady in half?
The magicians?
Yeah.
No, it's a trick, but I'm saying just because.
So you think I'm gonna kill someone if I try to do that?
Well, I don't think. Or the audience would go, then what do you mean? It doesn't look like that.
I mean theory. Sorry, that theory is.
No, that's a crock.
I didn't want to say it myself, but yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds.
I told you the ones that are theories. All the other ones are bullshit.
So there's one legend,
Yes.
which is not necessarily bad. It's
Right.
it is
One legend, 5 theories, and a whole lot of garbage.
bullshit.
Yes.
Okay. What I'm saying is, I think I want to take those odds.
No, I guess. Well, it's your funeral. Or not. Who knows? Well, do you wanna grab some lunch or something? Or I guess it's too late for lunch. An early dinner.
Gregory,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you politely.
I saw a pasta place down the street.
Yes, it's
Looked
very
pretty
lovely.
good.
Little Luca's is a lovely place to go
Oh,
to.
good.
That's actually where me and Cheryl first. That's where we'll be tomorrow. Shit, I shouldn't
Yes.
have. No, I shouldn't have. God damn it! Why do I tell this information? Yeah, it's a great place. I am not going to go anywhere with you.
Oh. I've been finding you positively delightful.
There's so many things that I can't place about you. And the longer I've been standing here looking at you, the less they all make sense.
What do you mean? Would you like some Skittles? I have some Skittles in my
You
pocket.
no, yeah, you have to be. How old are you? That is, if you're as old as you say you are, you're not going to be having Skittles in your pocket. It's the cheeks all over again.
It's an unopened package.
Oh, of course it's an unopened package. Because of course you gotta eat them in all one go like you're a fucking 12-year-old.
I don't eat Skittles.
So, hold on, so you just keep them in your pocket to give to strangers?
I was on my way over here and I was like, geez, I can't show up empty-handed. Maybe like Skittles. It was at the gas station.
So, you were gonna give me... Why didn't you lead with that? I would have been so much more inclined to open the door entirely if you just said, hey,
Really?
found these Skittles. Yes, I love
you
Skittles.
do want the Skittles.
I don't want them from you. I want Skittles. I don't want them from you. You are untrustworthy.
That's ridiculous. It's an unopened package.
But the second I reach my hand through here to grab that package, you would punch me probably.
No.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't want to travel back in time anymore.
But at the beginning of this conversation, you had every inclination to
I was not going to punch you. I was hoping you would consent to letting me cut your spine open and take the vial.
And
crystals.
if I didn't consent?
What?
What if I didn't consent to it?
Why wouldn't you?
You didn't. Everything that I've been throwing out there right now has been saying I'm okay with these crystals, heavily quoted on
that's
that.
a bad idea. You shouldn't keep them.
You've told me no, not necessarily a bad side, but you haven't given me a firm something bad will happen.
Well, something bad could happen. something profound will happen.
A plane could just crash into this house right now. Anything bad could ever happen too. Something could always happen.
Is this house on a flight path?
No, well, I don't know. I'm not looking up into the sky and checking planes for their flight path. Every once in a while, I might see like a little blink in the air, but I'm not staring up there. My office doesn't have a window.
All right.
It's basically a utility closet that I just kind of like gutted out. But that's besides the point.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry for all that. Then take the Skittles.
Gregory,
Yes.
I appreciate it. I will. You got a charm about you.
Come eat pasta.
I can't
Come
can't
on.
eat pasta with you. I will take these Skittles. I will take them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll lean in a little. Okay.
Okay.
But you're not going to do anything bad?
No, I don't want the crystals anymore.
Okay.
But I am worried about you. And I kind of want to hang around. See what
Please
happens.
do not.
I need to see what happens
See what happens.
when the crystals touch your spine.
Okay, well, just hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, just write down your number here. My birthday's in a couple of weeks.
Oh,
And when I turn 35, I will ring you up. I'll let you know what's going on.
you promise?
I promise. I'm not saying that I don't like you. I'm just saying that I don't trust you. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, I hope to hear from you.
Can I get the Skittles first?
Oh, yes, of course.
The sour kind too? How'd you know?
What?
Were they all like sour?
Oh, I got that one by mistake.
No, it's not a mistake.
I meant to get to the red package.
Yeah, well, this is bright green, man. This is.
I'm colorblind.
Hey, it's okay. All I'm saying is that sometimes you think something bad could happen, and then you get something that's good.
You get sour Skittles.
Yeah, sour Skittles. A crystal
Yeah.
falls out, and I become a cyborg overlord. It's all good.
Well, or something. Who knows? We'll see, though, right?
Well, we'll see, though. Good.
All right.
Please leave.
Okay. Just, you can. All right, I'll see you.
Okay? If I shut the door,
yes.
you're not going to knock again
No,
immediately?
I won't.
All right, fine.
All right, well, I suppose my search for the crystals is over, and I need to find new meaning for my life. And I think I'll spend the next bit seeing what happens with this fellow, and then I don't know, maybe I'll hang myself.
Hi, yes, 911. There's this homeless man
Oh,
that's
God. All right, I better
just
go.
hanging
I
around
better
my
go.
house.
Thank you for listening to another episode of audio-based content. My guest Ryan Citrino is the music director for Third Coast Comedy Club as well as LOL Nashville. You can see him perform in Infinity Etc. every third Friday of the month at 10 p.m. Their next show is August 16th. And he co-hosts Triple Threat and Improv Cage Match. All these shows are at Third Coast Comedy Club. You can see me every second and fourth Sunday in the Third Coast Lab at Third Coast Comedy Club. You can catch me in Soap Opera August 8th at Third Coast Comedy Club. And August 15th, we're doing another live recording of audio-based content with special guests Heather Hull, Clark Davis, Dylan Davis, and Dan Farrell. It's going to be a great show, so come on out to Third Coast Comedy Club August 15th. You can check out my art and comics and whatnot, and you can purchase these things or shirts with those things on them at aaron-zvi-felder.com. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, rate, and review.